Welcome everybody. Today I'll be reviewing the Soundcore Life.2 True Wireless Earbuds. Soundcore is targeting the sports crowd with this pair of earbuds and their Air Wings, their physical button controls, and IPX5 rating. Not to mention the huge 100 hours of battery life you get from that case. In this full review, I'm going to cover the specs, the microphone quality, the sound quality. I'm going to cover the latency with AAC on and off, plus I'll cover the Life.2's maximum volume and give you my overall impression of the Soundcore Life.2s. Hey, if you're new to my channel, I keep stats for all the earbuds I review and an earbud comparison page on my website. You can find it over here. If you like my reviews, click the subscribe button and follow me on social media where I will post my upcoming reviews and give you kind of a daily update on the buds that I'm working on or using for workouts and how they're working out for me. With that, let's get started on some specs. All right, let's talk about the case. It's got a strong magnetic closure and magnetic contact points for the earbuds. And it's okay to put in a pocket, but it doesn't really work in my fifth pocket of my jeans. Now the case feels very well put together and the earbuds themselves are really easy to put into and take out of the case. The case charges via USB-C cable, and the buds last a full 8 hours per charge, plus I get 100 hours using that good sized case. Now the case has one single light on the outside of the case indicating the charge level, and when that light flashes red, it's time to recharge the case. The buds are IPX5 rated, so you don't have to worry about using them for your workouts. And they have a solid Bluetooth 5 range. I tested it at about 100 feet and I had no problems in any of my workouts, runs, or bike rides. Plus, these earbuds will work in mono mode. Now, they don't have active noise cancellation or any kind of ambient or pass-through mode, but they provide a lot of passive noise isolation when you correctly install the ear tips and position these. They sit pretty deeply in your ears, giving you a lot of passive noise isolation. Now they do have AAC codec support for high definition audio, and they also support SBC. And I found these in watching Netflix and YouTube to be acceptable for watching videos. Not lag-free, but acceptable. For playing games, here's my really unofficial latency measurements with both AAC on and off. The Life.2 have one microphone on each bud, and I found them really decent at having phone calls and at picking up my voice over background noise. But I'll let you decide for yourself with my outdoor mic series test.
This is a simultaneous recording with the Soundcore Life.2 True Wireless Earbud. This is a simultaneous recording with the Soundcore Life.2 True Wireless Earbud. This is a $49 earbud. I'm not been a huge fan of the Soundcore earbuds, but I thought I would give these a try as giving them a second chance. And a lot of people do seem to really like the Soundcore brand. So these are a bud that has a USB-C charging case. It's a pretty big case. That car was flying, Mitsubishi, Subaru. Case supports rapid charge, so 10 minutes will give you 90 minutes of playtime. The buds themselves are really comfortable. They come with four or five sets of ear tips plus 3 sets of wing tips. Now I'm actually using the smallest wing tips, which are almost not wing tips at all, but those are the ones that seem to work the best for me. So I think larger ear people would definitely have, if you have got a problem with your ears being, I don't want to say so big that earbuds fall out, but if the buds are falling out, these have wing tips that probably will help you out a lot.
The Life.2s have huge 8mm drivers, and the buds themselves are sized and shaped with an ergonomic design that lets both your ear and the earbud work together to support them. Plus, they give you those Air Wings, which gives them even more support in your ears. Now, they do set a little bit deeper in my ears than some of the other buds I've reviewed recently, but with the 5 sets of ear tips and the 3 sets of ear wings, they should work well for most ears. Now with these earbuds, I think it's really important to get the correct size tips for comfort. And if you want to wear them for longer wear periods, you have to be careful about putting on too big an Air Wing, which I think was the one part that really made them uncomfortable. So I use a smaller Air Wing to get the best comfort. Now the physical button controls do not include a volume control, but they are really easy to use even when running. Again, for running, If you try to wear these the exact same way that you would for listening to music, like pushed all the way into your ears, you're going to get a lot of echo, and I don't think you're going to really enjoy using these for running. But if you fiddle around with them, reduce the seal that you get with the ear tips and just pull them out a little bit, I think it's pretty workable. I used them several days and it seemed okay. And at the gym, it wouldn't be a problem at all. Now here's a quick rundown on the controls. To power them on, just take them out of the case or press and hold either multifunction button for 1 second. Power them off, put them back into the case, or hold either multifunction button for 8 seconds. Play and pause is a single click of either multifunction button. The volume, again, there's no volume control on these earbuds. Previous track is press and hold the left multifunction button for 1 second. Next track, press and hold the right multifunction button for 1 second. And in order to call up the voice assistant, just double click either multifunction button. On to the all-important sound quality. The sound quality of the Life.2 are really good, especially considering their $49 price point. Now I tested these with the volume setting of about 40% because these aren't exactly as loud as some of the buds I've been testing lately. Now they are loud enough. I did measure them at a full 97 decibels, which is way beyond, good for your hearing volume levels. But it isn't as loud as some other buds that I've certainly tested recently. And on my first standard song that I test, Fifi by Nicki Minaj, in the first 40 seconds, the Life.2 delivered great, punchy, tight bass from their 8mm drivers. But those big drivers don't overpower the mids and highs. Instead, there's a decent balance between them. And there's no sign of any high frequencies being harsh during this segment. In West Side by Bijou, Dr. Fresh, and Willie North Pole, from 1 minute and 30 seconds to 1 minute and 45 seconds, you really can test out the bass and some of the subtle transitions in the high frequencies here. The bass here really thumps, and even though these buds don't have a really vibrant mids and highs, they're still really good for listening, and they're totally not overpowered by the bass. They sound good to me, but what they do seem to do is really lock vocals into the center stage. And in this song, from like 1 minute and 36 seconds to 1 minute and 40 seconds, you hear that transition in there. It's really localized to the center stage. And when I listen to the same segment in the Air 2s, the Liberty Air 2s, I feel like it's a little bit more expanded. Like there's a little bit more space between what's going on in those 4 seconds of the song, which is just a microcosm of the way that these buds behave. Moving on to the next song, Evanescence, Wasted on You, from 1 minute and 24 to 2 minutes and 25 seconds, you can get a really better sense, present instruments in a nice separation between the left and right portions of the sound stage. And near the end of this segment, you're gonna get another example of the power of the bass impact on these buds. They sound good. Again, if you compare these to the Liberty Air 2s, the True Dot 2s have less bass, they have less brightness to the mids and high frequencies, they do not have nearly as much inner ear echo, and they're not as loud as the Air 2s. With that all said, what could be better? Look, I think that there needs to be a volume control on these earbuds. I don't understand how they could not have a volume control. They have plenty of other functions left, like triple tap or something. These earbuds are actually a little bit larger than some of the buds I've tested lately. They take up a lot of length within your ear, and I can't seem to get a perfect fit between the smallest air wings and the next size up air wings. I wish there was kind of one in between. I think it would be great for me personally, but should be fine for most people. No reason in my mind why Soundcore wouldn't include these in use with their app. They have an app. It's got a bunch of equalization features which you could use with these, which I think would be helpful for people to tailor the sound. And they already have the app, so just make it compatible. Lastly, I think if you're going to compare the sound quality, which is just inevitable for me, to the Liberty Air 2s, which is just a phenomenal sounding bud, it makes you feel like the Life.2s could use a little bit more brightness in the high frequencies. That said, for $49, you're only paying half the price of the Liberty Air 2s, so you get your trade-offs, right? Okay, and what are my recommended uses? Look, for $49, targeting the sport and fitness crowd, these buds sound really good, and they should work great for listening to music, all kinds of sporting activities, given the caveats that I told you for running, but great for the gym. And they will passively block out noise on your surroundings, so you can use them on buses and trains, and probably even planes, even without ANC. Okay folks, that's my review of the Soundcore Life.2. Thanks for watching. Click that subscribe button and follow me on social media to get a sneak peek at my upcoming reviews. Stay safe everyone. So Zen out.